First question we have is from Yotish, who asked me, I am a engineer from India who now lives in the United States, and I'd like to meet an American woman and keep her. Help me. Okay, so first off, make sure that you're excited to meet a good woman first versus an American woman, right? Because I know how this works. We go to a new country, we get excited over the fact that we're so used to like one type of woman that we date, and then now all of a sudden now we're, oh man, we're excited about dating an American woman. So make sure first off that your mindset, the first priority above meeting an American woman is meeting a good woman that is someone you want to keep, not just because they happen to be American. That's the first thing. The second thing is that do not be overly eager, okay? I've worked with clients from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. The list goes on that are engineers living here actually in San Antonio, and they get overly eager, all right? So that's the cultural difference, is that you need to sometimes just let things chill, do a little bit of flirtation, a little bit of conversation, and just let things just settle, okay? Just don't go out there and force feed some sort of response from woman. That's going to be, I think, a very key tip that I want you to hit home, okay? So hopefully that answered your question, Joe. Second question I got was from Lydia, who asked me, I'm tired of dating, but I want to meet someone. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to have the right kind of energy to get back in it. So, by the way, I had to edit the question because there was a lot of I could sense a lot of frustration in 4-letter words, so you're getting the edited version. So here's the deal. The more you put pressure on dating and meeting someone, the less chance you have of actually meeting someone. The less pressure you have and you live your life and just do what you're supposed to do, whether it's work, working out, kids, friends, family, etc., then that's when it hits you. Okay, that's why you hear the old adage of you'll meet him when you least expect it. And that's honestly because your guard is down. You're not obsessing over it. You're not creating stress around it. And that's actually how you get energy for dating. And that sounds counterintuitive, for example, compared to like managing your finances or working out, right? You should consistently have a plan on how to save, or consistently have a plan on how to eat right and work out. But the thing with dating is that it's all about vibes and compatibility. And when you're giving off a very forceful, stressed vibe, it's just not going to work out for you. So basically, less is more when it comes to the attitude of stressing over dating. This doesn't mean that you just completely forget about it to the point that if opportunity passes you by, you don't take it, because in a way that's actually stressing about it more. But what I do mean is that you don't obsess to the point that you're grading yourself consistently and grading other people and saying, was this a good date? Did I do well? Is this a good man? Is this a good woman? And you're obsessing over it to the point that you're not letting things flow, which kind of relates to the point I made in question number 1. The next question is from John, who asked, I am completely tired of dating. How do I get the energy to even care about it anymore? So here's the thing, John, and for anyone else that's listening, take time for yourself. What ends up happening is that we get addicted to the technology, right? We get addicted to the swiping, any day now we're going to meet that person, and we don't take a pause to work on ourselves. And you go through dating fatigue. And so what ends up happening is, while you're supposed to be working on yourself, you don't completely detach from dating, right? We still go on dates when we shouldn't. And what ends up happening is that we're wasting that other person's time as well as ourselves. So completely break off from the thought of dating and do work on yourself, whether that's fitness, whether it's meditation, whether it's listening to my dating tips and stories. You have to completely detach from it, because if not, you're going to completely burn yourself out, and it's just going to take longer to get back into it. So completely detach from it. Make sure you delete your profiles or set them to inactive. Don't get back on there after 2 days of saying you're going to work on yourself. I recommend at least 2 weeks of solid work and getting away from the swiping addiction if you are using online. If you're using offline, if you're going to a bar, just go with friends. Don't worry about being on the make. Don't have to be out there looking to see who's going to look back. Just completely take a break from it. Learn a little bit more about yourself during the process. Reflect on what causes you to get tired about dating, if it's something external or internal. Work through those things first, and then you have the energy to get back in there, match up with someone, have the eagerness and the enthusiasm to meet up with them, and you'll make a stronger first impression on them than if you're just going through the doldrums of swiping and meeting and it doesn't work out. You're going to get burned out because, again, you have not taken care of the person in the mirror first.